What's up, man? It's Honey Gold, Honey, solid, goddamn it, you feel me? And I'm on Golden Interviews.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Benny Gold back with another Golden Interview, and I got Honey Gold with me. Go ahead and put your social medias out, man, so they know where to follow.
You can follow me on Instagram __YDB. You can follow me on Snapchat Y_DB, and on Twitter Premium Pimpin'.
Okay. Let them know where to find your music at. It should be on all platforms, but you know.
Right now, it's only on SoundCloud. You can find me on YouTube and Apple Music. If you go on SoundCloud, we'll plug it in the description.
Of course.
And Apple Music, just go on, type in Hot Boy EP. I should pop up.
You will. You
check me out.
So let's talk about the name first, Honey Gold, cause it's a very unique name. I did a reaction to it, and I'm like, Honey Gold. I'm not sure how I feel about this, so go ahead and let me know. Like, I like the gold part, of course, naturally, but
man,
where the honey gold come from?
It's kind of crazy because you know it ain't too much. It's just a funny story. Like back in I started doing music. I've been doing music forever. Like since I was little, I used to like rap or whatever. But like I started going hard, like serious in like 19th grade or whatever. And to give you a correlation, I graduated 2 years ago, so that's about what 4 or 5 years now. So I was just rapping. They just called me DB, my initials or whatever. So I was like, I gotta come up with a gimmick or something.
Yeah.
So I was watching American Dad one night actually, and there's this episode when Roger was like, he was kidnapping some kids trying to make some celebrities cry or something like that.
Yeah.
His name on there was Oscar Gold. So I was like, man, that's kind of hard. I was like, I ain't gonna steal it completely and do something with it. So from like 2 years, every time I drop a song, I say produced by Oscar Honey Gold. So eventually, the Oscar just disappeared,
and you became Honey Gold.
I left with Honey Gold. So I ain't steal it completely. You know, it was just like I added the honey in there, made it unique.
What made you add the honey in there?
I don't know. It was just like a random thing. Like it came up so quick because like everybody was walking around talking about, is that Honey Gold? Because if you listen to my song, you can
your tag is like, is that Honey Gold? Like I like that. It's like, a female.
What does that mean? I was like, I don't know what it means, but it's provocative.
It definitely makes people think like, what is this about? Like, who is this cat? So I was listening to Hot Boy, and I like the body work. It's on Apple Music, 5 songs, 17 minutes. A smooth listen top to bottom. But it was one song that stood out to me because it had a vibe, and like all the songs kind of had a correlation except for one song by the name of Falling. That one you was speaking on death actually, and in a way kind of being prepared to die. One of your lines was I already got a casket picked out or something like that. So before we talk about the other songs, what struck you to make that song Falling?
You know, it's just everybody go through something. And it wasn't that I was going through anything. It just feels like, you know, sometimes you can just sit down sometimes and you just feel a certain way. Like, this might not be speaking to me personally, but somebody
might need to hear
this and be like, everything is okay. If that's what you feel you need to do, if you listen to the rest of the song, it'll be like, but you make it hard for me to leave. So just before you do something that way, think about why you here. And it was also just the vibe of when I was making the beat or whatever. It was just the vibe was like, I gotta come with something a little more, not to say dark, but something more of a
different side, serious side.
Normally I'm just playful with it, and then I love to put a whole bunch of auto tune on there and just talk about getting money, fucking whole, you know how it goes. So that one, it's how I used to make music, and I kind of strayed away from it a tad bit. But it's always there.
Okay.
It's always there.
So with the rest of the song, like I said, and like you kind of just brought up, the vibe is, you know, getting money, messing with females, and so you producing your own music as well. So
I'm making my own beats, mixing, mastering, everything. Everything on that tape was done in my kitchen.
Wow.
Everything.
So how long? So have you always done that, and do you always plan to do that?
Pretty much. I ain't gonna say I always plan to do it, because once I meet other people and I like somebody who can tap in and we had chemistry together.
Right.
But as far as always doing it, bro, just last year I was recording on the iPhone, sending them to myself, mixing them on the computer, making them sound better. Linked up with a dude that had a studio actually around here. He was like, it's the Carbos. He was the road manager for the Backstreet Boys. He got Grammys and everything. But his son is the one who was recording me. So linked up with them. Get them all props, my hats off to them, because I like those guys. They cool people. They invite me over all the time when they need somebody or somebody that knows me, want me to get on the hook or something like that.
Right.
But he just wasn't, I wouldn't say they have like an older school style. And it wasn't fitting what I was trying to do. So I just buckled down, got off the phone, went and bought my own mic, own boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Said I'm gonna do how I want to do it.
Okay. So do you produce for other people too?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. I wanted to ask you real quick. Who do you plan to work with? You know, period. Around here, not from here. Some dream collabs, anything.
Talking about just in general, everybody.
Everybody.
Well, right now, everybody. I want to work with Gunna. And I want to work with Drake. They're my two favorite artists. Travis Scott also, and it's just like I like the sound where. Melody. I like melodic music. Yeah,
you make a lot of melodic music.
It has to have a melody or a boom bap trap beat. You know? So that's how it gotta be. That's how I like my music. So
okay. Any who kind of inspired that for you? Because like you said, you've been making music for a pretty long time. So who kind of got you in the game to where you said, yeah, I want to do that too?
Well, man, my granddad, he was known around Utica. That's where I'm from. He was known around Utica as he used to play the guitar. Everybody knew him as dude with the guitar. They used to have, they used to get a band together every weekend in my front yard. They just out there all day from like 3 in the evening when he got out of work to 3 at night.
Wow.
Every weekend. So, you know, I grew up around it. So, like I said, I always was doing this. I wrote my first rap when I was like 3 or 4, and I still remember it to this day. And so, like,
what was it?
I was rapping about my toys.
You remember it?
Yeah.
Spit it. Go ahead, spit it.
I know I remember the first part. I remember I was like, I got Vitz, because I had like a lot of toy cars, because I like cars a lot. I remember I was like, I got Vitz, I got Hummers, I got trucks, I got Navigators, motorcycles, monster trucks, bulldozers, 4-wheelers, little cars, video games. I'm gonna get you, man. Crazy taxi, flipping cars. I'm gonna go to the bars. But that is offer right now. Catch you later in the time. And I wrote that when I was like 3 or 4.
Dang. Then the fact that you still remember, how old are you now? You like 20, 21? 20. And you remember your first rap, man. That's dope. So, even though, I mean, it's of course it's kiddie, but for you to even remember that, I can't remember shit from when I was 3 or 4.
I don't even remember some of the stuff I wrote last week.
Yeah,
I know that was like a milestone, and that was like a big point to me, and it was like
that was the start of it. Yeah, that was the start of it.
So, but yeah, so like my granddad, he did that, so I always been around it. I kind of regret now. He's want me to learn how to play guitar or whatever, but you know, it's all good.
You saying you regret not learning how to
do that? So. When I'm on the computer, you know, everybody can tap. You get on FL, you can tap and do whatever you want to on there. So I call myself a musician, but I'm not really. I'm just a person who's sequencing beats or whatever. But yeah, that's who inspired me, and it's not just recently inspired. It's been inspired this whole time.
Right.
Like I knew I was gonna do music eventually.
Okay. So I was gonna ask you, besides your granddad, with you being from Utica, was music like, was he driving the music culture, or was it like pretty vast a bit? Because I'm like, I just want you to speak on like, what was the music culture like there?
It's not one.
Okay.
It's not one. Like, he was the only, well, I wouldn't say he was the only person.
But like his crew.
Yeah, him and his crew, those was the only niggas doing it really. So
yeah, which I figured.
It's kind of like, you know, he couldn't, and that's why he didn't, because at one point he got to where people was coming taking pictures for him in magazines and stuff. But because nobody was around, Utica is kind of, I call it Utica syndrome. Crabs in a bucket, basically. Don't nobody down there support you unless it's your family.
Yeah.
And if you not a so-called quote unquote Utica nigga, then you just can't. They don't dig what we would. They don't understand it. I guess I'm not knocking nobody, because everybody's different. Some people understand it, but they ain't like, oh, I don't do that, so I don't care about it.
So and that's how it is, you know, currently. So who do you like kind of go to for feedback, I want to say, or like kind of like, is there anybody who can kind of, not, I don't want to say critique, but like who you kind of like talk to when you making beats or anything?
I talk to a couple people, like when I'm making, as far as making beats or whatever. I got a partner. He from down here. He from Elvis, but he moved to Florida. So I'm always emailing him some. Shout out to Mayo. He always call me as soon as I send him. If he called me right back as soon as I say, bro, go check your email, I just sent you something. If he called me back in like 10 minutes, I know it's a hit. Right. If he don't say nothing for a couple of days, and I be like, bro, did you listen to it? He be like, yeah, I heard it, but this and that.
He couldn't get everything.
Yeah. So as far as lyrics or whatever, I wouldn't say I go to anybody before I make a song, but after I make the song, like I got my 2 homegirls and my best friends. I always play it when we going somewhere in the car. I don't ever say I got a new song. I just plug the aux up, play the song. When I cut it off, they'll be like, that's one of them ones. And then after I drop something, my mom and my sister, they always on my SoundCloud, they'll be like, I heard your little song. You know, I like, when I dropped the tape, my mom was like, I like Falling and I like Wicked Ways. So, boom. Then my sister came to me and she was like, I heard you in there recording Wicked Ways. So that's why that's one of my favorite ones. So them people that I just named out, all kind of, you know, all a part of me creating and getting my criticisms from.
Okay. So let's switch gears into doing visuals. You don't have a lot out right now per se, but
as far as visual wise.
Yeah, but like what any ones you got lined up? I want to ask first.
Currently not. Well, I want to shoot videos for the songs off my previous tape. As far as this one goes, I'm just still waiting.
As far as Hot Boy goes,
as far as Hot Boy, the EP goes, still waiting on to see how numbers going. Probably by January, February, I'll be looking at the numbers and then working on a newer tape, but still on that one trying to get the visuals out.
Right, because Hot Boy just dropped at the end of October. It's only been out about
26. It ain't even been
3 weeks yet. So but you brought up the previous tape, which is called what?
It's called Honey Gold Volume 1.
Okay, is that on Apple Music, SoundCloud?
That one is only on SoundCloud.
Okay, so any visuals? Well, I know you got one with Tuki Jetson. So any other ones you plan to do?
For that tape, I plan on doing 2 of them because I got a song on there called Pimp. Y'all should go check that out. And it's another one called Cool Nigga. Them basically just club banger songs, you know. Get the video out for it. Then we go play it in the club. And that's just how it go. I want somebody to be able to nod their head and smile the words a little bit. Yeah. Until we get to that level to where everybody know my music. Right.
So going back to the one with you and Tuki Jetson, because it kind of like you just was telling me, it kind of caught you with a little bit of surprise on how well it did, you know, pretty fast, you know, getting what would you say, over 16K in less than 3 days. So
it was crazy.
Tell me a little bit of a story about how y'all came up with the concept for the video and things like that.
Like before we even recorded the song, I had the song done like, I had the song did like 3 weeks ahead of time. I had the hook and I had my verse, I had the beat. So my partner in Florida was supposed to hop on it. So I was like, nah, I need kind of like a hood trap nigga, you know, trap sign. I was like, let me call him. Because I knew he had just started rapping at this point, like taking it serious. So I was like, let me see what we can do with this. Called him up, I booked the session. This when I was still going to the guys and cleaning around the corner or whatever. He did us right that night. We recorded the song, put it on SoundCloud. Everybody was talking about it. So we were like, dang, we did like 2K views on SoundCloud. So I was like, I done got 1,000 before, but this one seemed different. Everybody, like when I say people from Utica even was coming up to me about, y'all boy hard, y'all did something with that. So I'm like, we might need to shoot a video. So I hit him up. I was like, let's run that, go and do that. Shit, we can go half on the video. We don't want to pay no court costs because we still coming up. We ain't balling like that.
I understand.
So we hit up E-Films. We actually had to shoot the video twice because the first day went terrible. We ran into rain, cameras down, running out of film. Wound up shooting a little bit on the iPhone or whatever. So we was like, yeah, this ain't it. Shot it the next day after that. He recorded us. He came prepared. And he was like, bro, y'all energy, it just was kind of down. And to backtrack a little bit, we went to the strip club that night. The strippers wound up showing up to be in the video, and it was just like we looked tired, basically.
Yeah.
Everybody was kind of drained. So he was like, bruh, we can't do this. I'm going to shoot y'all a video again. Y'all ain't got to pay nothing else. We'll just take the first, which y'all gave me or whatever. Came back.
That's dope that he actually did that.
Yeah, that was
too.
cool. Shout out to him for that. Came back about 2 or 3 weeks later. We shot it again. Everybody's schedules had to align. And I didn't tell nobody but Utica Jetson about it. So the first video was gonna have all the crew and stuff in there. And I was like, nah, bro, it ain't gonna work. Everybody not gonna be able to come. Right. So I said, let's just go to the same locations. Let's shoot the same thing. It's just gonna be us this time. That's all we needed. Okay. So posted it on YouTube about a week after he got done editing it or whatever. We posted it on our pages. Boom, 16K in like 3 days. I woke up, checked the numbers. I hit him up. I was like, bro, look at this. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. So I was like, let's rock.
Wow, man, that's dope. That's dope. What you got planned? What are you trying to do to follow up Hot Boy and the previous tape?
Just for right now, I'm trying to work with more local artists to get my name out there.
What names you want to work with right now?
Pretty much anybody who's willing to work that. I like y'all sound, not disrespecting anybody. If I don't really just like your music, I do a song with you, but it's like, damn, this not the kind of song I want to do. Right. But I like all the local guys that really kind of popping right now. Even though they might not know who I am, if you see this, and you listen to my music, just I'm like Ant200 right now. Okay. I'm listening to the dude King Zeke. Yeah. He kind of 2 of my favorites right now. Yeah. Sauce Lord J, he cool. I actually went to high school with him for a little while.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So he popping a little bit. I like him. And that's just everybody I can think of off top.
Of course. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more. Yeah. And like you said, you are open and willing to work for it. My last question though, goals for 2019.
I'm just keep dropping tapes, and I'm keeping them short and sweet right now. Because when people look at a song and a tape and they see it's like 13, 14 songs, they're like, right. I'm not finna listen to all of it. Right. Because people just don't.
You ain't earned that right yet. People gonna put it on the back burner.
Yeah. So right now I'm gonna drop another tape probably in like January or February, depending on how much I can get out writer's block and deep block and all that, and how much I can get done between now and then, and just wind up putting it together again. Then it's gonna go straight to album music again. So that's what we doing for right now. Okay.
Finish up. You got any shout outs you want to shout out any of your partners, man?
Shout out Ellison and Anitra, Steve, Joseph, COVID, Devin, all y'all boys, Jordan, strong shit on it, man. You feel me? SSO, and that's just how we do it, man.
All right, hey, that was Honey Gold. This is Benny Gold, and we out. Peace. God level genius.